Hare Krishna students, in the last class we discussed about input statements and assignment statements and print commands in different way, and I showed you how to do addition of two numbers also using variables by taking input. So today let us learn about control statements. So what are control statements? Control statements are those kind of statements that can control the flow of a program. We have seen that the flow of a program is usually from line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It goes this way. What if we want to jump from line 1 to line 10, or maybe line 10 to line 5? What to do in those cases? In those cases, remember, it is much easier that we use control statements so that we can use this kind of work. So in your book there is a program given regarding the goto statement. Goto statement does what? It jumps from one line to the other. I will do the program that is given in your book. Okay, so let's see what is there in the work given and check what it does. Okay, so it says a equal to 1. In the next line it says b equal to a into a. After that print b, then a equal to a plus 1, then go to line, it says 20, that means line number 2, go to 2. Okay, it is showing an error, syntax error line 5. Click here to control shift C, go to, okay, it is not taking the line number. Okay, let me specify the line numbers, it will be much easier. 10, 20, 30, 40, okay, 50, go to 20, sorry, 30, 20. Okay, and after that, and we have to be very careful while running this kind of program. As you can see, this program is never going to end. Once it reaches line number 50, it will jump again back to 20, again it will jump back to 20. So this kind of programs are called infinite loops, and we must be aware of using this any kind of infinite loops, because infinite loops tends to crash any kind of program. But still I will show you how to, or what is happening over here. Now let's run the program. Run, start, and check what happens. It is going to continuously show all the data of one after the other. Let the program start. If something happens, we can always cancel the program. Okay, so as you can see, it is continuously displaying, and we have not even got chance to see anything over there. It is not going to stop ever. Okay, we just cancel it out. So as you can see, this is continuously displaying some rubbish numbers, and it is not good for us to do programming in this way. Remember that so many programming languages have goto statement, but using a goto statement is very bad programming, because this destroys the flow of programming. Okay, so whatever this statement's power was, this statement's power has now diminished in times of modern programming languages, because we have more better structures for this kind of work. So therefore let us now learn if then statement. Okay, so I will just show a simple program that comparing two numbers, which is also given in your book. I will compare two numbers, that if whether a number is greater than the other number, whether a given number is less than the other number. So we can always use this kind of symbols and so on things to learn about if then and if then else. Okay, so if then statement and if then else statement are more or less same. I will show you how these things work, and also show you how if then and some other parts work. Okay, so first of all I will just write a simple program let me write over here rem. What should be the name of the program? To check if a person is adult. I just want to check if the person is adult. Okay, so I will input something, input, so let me give the CLS statement, really much better, CLS, then I'll input enter your age. Okay, enter your age, semicolon, AGE. So if age greater than equal to 18, then we can say if age greater than equal to 18, then print what should I print? You are adult. Okay, then we have to give end if to close the if section. Okay, so this is how we write end if program, and then I will write end, and let's run this program again. Start. So let's check how this program runs. Showing starting program. Okay, so enter your age. I will give maybe 50. Okay, so press enter. You are adult. Okay, so this is how this program is working. Now what if the program is asking me that check if a person is adult or junior? Okay, so what we can do is, along with this if, we have to we can also enter an else part. Else print you are junior. Okay, so the structure remains the same, all the other structures. Always remember that this is a control statement. So how this statement is working? So after we enter the value of age, the age value is being checked with the given condition. Inside the if, when we write age greater than equal to 18, this place is called a condition. Okay, where we enter some condition. Now a condition can be either true or false, because if the age is less than 18, that means it is going to become false. If it is greater than equal to 18, that means it is true. So if age greater than equal to 18, then it will display you are adult, else it is going to display you are junior. So this is how we can easily check if a person is adult or a junior. So let's run the program and check if it is working properly or not. So it is going to build the executable file and then complete the main part. Okay, so we have to just wait. Okay, so enter your age, let me give 5. Okay, so it is saying you are junior. Now I will run again this program. Enter your age 19, you are adult. So this particular program can give one of the two outputs. Okay, but in the previous case, when I wrote when I did not give the else part, that time I did not require to print you are junior, because that time I only wanted to check if if the person is adult or not. So if I want to check only one thing, that means only one positive answer, that means only use if. If I want to get both positive or the negative answer, that means either whatever the result is true or false. If the age is, if the given condition is true, whatever the result is, I want to watch it. If the result of the condition is false, then also I want to know what the result is. In that case, we should use if and else. So using if and else programming construct, it is much easier for us to build a simple control statement. As you can see, why is it called control statement? So if it is true, it is going to execute only this line. Only this line will be executed. It is not going to display this line, and after displaying this line, it is directly going to jump to end the program. So we have to remember that whenever we are using if and else construct, this is a control structure. If this particular condition is false, then only it will come to the else section and then print your junior. You have to remember that. Okay, so this is how we can work with simple if else statement. So pause your program, pause the video, and after that you can just write the program in your copy and then continue. Next we'll do one more program. We will write a program to check if a given number, if a given number is odd or even. Okay, so we know that even numbers are divisible by 2 and odd numbers are not divisible by 2. So we'll use this simple mathematical thinking to do this program. So we'll take input from the user, enter a number num. So after taking this, we'll write if num mod 2 equal to 0, then print even number, else print odd number. So simply we are going to check if a given numbers mod division means it is going to display us the remainder, and hence we are going to check if the remainder is 0. If after dividing the number with 2, if the remainder is 0, then we can say that yes, it is an even number. If not, then it is an odd number. So after that we'll just give end. Okay, now just run the program. We'll run the program twice to see two different kinds of output. Okay, so let's make it work. So first of all I'll give 5, so it is showing odd number. Then again I am running the program, then I will give 10, it is showing even number. So our program is working perfectly. So this is a program to check whether a given number is odd or even. Please write down this program in your copy, pause the video and write down the program in your copy. Next we are going to write a program to check the greatest of two numbers. Okay, so let us take two numbers, input, enter first number. I will take it inside num1, input, enter second number. I'll put it inside num2, there is showing a syntax error. Yes, syntax error. So after that, if num1 greater than num2, then I can print num1 is greatest number, else print num2 is greatest number, and if end. So I'll run this program and check if it is working or not. We have to just wait for a few seconds, then it is going to start. Okay, so first number I am giving 10, second number 20, so it is giving num2 is greatest number, no problem. Let's check once again. Let's give 50 and 40. So num1 is greatest number. So our program is working perfectly, and this is how we do if else programs. So I hope you have understood this. If you have any doubt, please ask. We can continue learning some more programs in the next classes. Thank you.